Okay, happy Wednesday, traders. Welcome to Premarket Prep. We've got a few things to discuss this morning. So the Premarket Prep is going to take, is going to be a little bit longer these days. So we're trying to extend it here. Let guys join in. I'm going to run you through my process, my trades from yesterday, and then we'll go as it goes. So if there's any questions in the chat or anything like that, let's go like this. Let's just remove this. It's got to go live on edgeful's. On edgeful. See if we can get this live on edgeful. Just bear with me, guys. Go live on edgeful's YouTube as well. Okay. Okay, we should be live on edgeful's YouTube now as well. So if there's any questions in the chat, just let me know. But yeah, pre-market prep going to be a little bit longer these days. I want to walk over a few things. What I'm looking at my trades from yesterday. I hope that you guys are having a great week so far. So let's go over. I've got an article to bring up too, and then let's go over my day from yesterday, and we can walk into what I'm seeing on the charts this morning. Morning, so. Yesterday I crushed it. You can see across my prop firm accounts and personal 12K, right? So obviously a fantastic day, but let me walk down how I actually managed to do that. I think that's the most important piece of trading, is that the P&L is really just a reflection of your execution. So let's go over my first trade here on ES. So I was trading live on stream as always and heading into the open. I really did like the shorts, and I was quite annoyed that I actually missed the shorts here to the downside. You can see we took out the opening range low, which is that black line over here. You got the opening range high and the opening range low. Okay, so I was quite annoyed. I think that was quite an easy play. Coming off of VWAP, it was breaking through my level that I was watching pre-market too. And just pretty pissed off at myself, to be honest, that I did end up missing that. But such is life. We move on. And what I was seeing over here as we were kind of basing out. So not really over here, but once we jab one more time lower and then reclaim New York session VWAP, kind of like a failed breakout. So for anyone that does follow like Adam Mancini, I really enjoy his work. I subscribe to his Substack, and I really do enjoy his thoughts and commentary on markets. But anyway, I was seeing this as kind of like a failed breakout. And what I saw was, as soon as we reclaimed that New York session VWAP, I had a clear stop loss placement underneath the lows, okay, trading back towards opening range low. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, but the edgeful data was telling me looking for shorts, and I agree with you. This is just when I'm adding my discretion with the edgeful data and looking to find quality setups. So that was my first trade. I end up getting about 20 points on this. I didn't like how we started to stall over here. And markets are not going to move in one direction all the time. If you've got any thoughts or questions on my trades, please make sure to put them in the edgeful chat or in the live stream chat where I am streaming online. But which was actually a good thing in hindsight. I end up taking about 70% of my position over here. It comes back down underneath that New York session VWAP. And that's where I don't like just flip and trade short. I'm trading to make money. I actually tweeted it earlier this morning, but I'm trading here to make money. I'm not trading to call levels or have massive runners. I'm trading to make money to provide for my family, as you guys should be as well. I think a lot of the times as traders, we try and look to get into trades or try and catch these massive runners, and that's just ego trading. I'm not here to call levels perfectly. I'm here to make money trading, and that's it. I will bring up the Substack, Kareem. That's a good point there. I will bring it up. So we end up coming back down, okay? And I don't just hop in short, as this is just inducing traders to get short again. First of all, we've moved down quite a bit in terms of like the last two trading days. So if we go to ES at the moment, okay? If we go to ES at the moment, we can actually see that the last two trading days, this is a 5-minute time frame, but the last two trading days from high to low, okay, where the lows were back down there, is over 150 points, 181 points to be exact. And that's just not what I was looking. I don't want to get short at those levels. It's a sucker's trade, personally. Selling low and buying high. It's a sucker's trade. So I just stayed on my hands, and I end up getting this massive bullish bar back inside the opening range off the New York session VWAP And I got long here back. You can see my notes, got back in here in size. And that obviously reflects in the 12K P&L across my prop firm and personal accounts. But I think just the thoughts on this trade here on ESS today is just having conviction in your ideas, conviction in your ideas and letting them play out. Any thoughts on any of those ES trades at the moment? I'll bring up that Substack that I did mention at the moment. Let me just get it over here. I do enjoy his work. I'll bring up his Twitter and Substack. Really, and this is, looking to guys that have been trading a lot longer than me. I've been doing this 8 years, but looking to guys that have been trading a lot longer than me in terms of making money long term and learning from them. So this is the guy on Twitter. His name's Adam Mancini. Okay, you can see over here. And then this is his Substack. Let me just go to my subscriptions, and then I'll bring up the Substack as well. But any thoughts? Hoa, how's your week been? KBH, how's your week been? Scott, I can see in here. Tony, appreciate you guys being in here. How's your guys' week been? Your side. Let's just bring it up here. So this is his Substack over here. Okay, that I subscribe to. There it is there. That's his Substack. And if you look over here, he actually brings up an important topic over here, and this is maybe something we can chat about too. In this Substack over here was, obviously you have to pay for it, right? But I think it's great knowledge. He speaks about this over here, which is very, very interesting. The law is that 90% of intraday moves do not follow through to produce a smooth trend day or near trend day. I call this the golden rule. Most days, price is spending the majority of the session playing in various size ranges. It will squeeze hard one way, get traders thinking the bottom is in, then flush hard, getting traders thinking the top is in, and produce a deeply complex, trappy pathway. And only 10%. So what he speaks about here, when you understand this, you unlock profitability and a few things become clear. First, you cannot predict intraday action. It will usually take such a random, complex path that predictions will only create biases that hinder flexible reaction. There's nobody on earth who can successfully predict intraday price action on a consistent basis. Elite traders don't even try. Secondly, you have to trade level to level. If 90% of price moves don't follow through for trend days or near trend days, rather they go for a few levels, reverse, it stands to reason that you have to lock in gains. And I think that's an important aspect of it. So yeah, that's him there on Twitter, and that's him there where you can go on his website, and that is his Substack, obviously there, right? So that's a good, it's his trading companion, and he gives great levels and really good insights. Yeah, 100% Grim. So in saying that, my first trade where we move higher, I don't expect this just to move back towards, in one straight line. And that's, I think, helped me save yesterday, because sometimes in the past, I would just be holding, the full amount, full position size, expecting this to just go towards target, which it eventually does. But it's very emotionally draining when you're up a couple of grand and then it ends up coming back on you before the move higher. So I locked in on the first trade and then got long in size on the second one. So that was my trade on ES. I also had a few trades on Palantir and SMCI, which I can bring up. This one was on Palantir, and very similar price actions. When you flow with the markets, I think a lot of the stocks do move pretty similarly. But we drop off at the open, get back inside the opening range and above the New York session VWAP. And I end up holding this one to the opening range high, which I do think it was valid, because this actually doesn't come back into negative. It holds New York session VWAP and we end up getting higher. That was on Palantir. And then again on SMC, I think this was really, really nice. I had my stop loss at low of day. We're bouncing off the opening range low and making our way higher. Now, in some of the edgeful reports that I think when I do like to get long in size or short in size, is that opening candle continuation report. For you guys, if you are looking, like, let's go to Palantir. And you can see the opening candle continuation stats on this. If the first hour was bullish, 79% chance that we close as a bullish closing day, and vice versa for the short, 70% of the time if we do close that first hour bearish. Now, when I have the two lined up, price action and the data, that's when I do like to typically trade quite aggressively. Okay, so those are my trades yesterday. Anyone got any thoughts or anything like that in the chat? Please speak up. and then we'll get into what I was seeing, what I'm seeing today on my pre-market prep. So let's pull that up. The 19th of November, pre-market prep. So basically my daily game plan today, we have NVDA earnings. Okay, so markets are going to be waiting for those earnings reports to be released. Of course, NVIDIA plays a big chunk in the S&P 500, in the NASDAQ, the Dow, whatever you like to trade, and also obviously individually as a stock. So because they play it plays such a big role, my game plan is just to keep it small before the release. If there's no news, if there's no clear price action for me, I'm okay with sitting on my hands. Again, I mentioned this at the start of the stream. My goal as a trader, which should be your goal as well, is to make money for my family. That's it. I don't care about, calling the bottom of the trading day or, being the biggest, baddest trader on X or wherever it is. Just care about making money and providing for my family. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. And I think when you do separate, your ego from trading, I think it's a great thing because you start to execute with discipline, not emotions. Now there is, I was even watching, which I can bring up. I think if I stop sharing my screen, then it can actually bring up. But there's a movie that I like to watch. I like playing poker in my downtime, and there's a movie I encourage you guys to go and watch it. It is called Rounders. Over here, this is on the screen here. So go have a look at this. This is the movie Rounders, and this is the clip. Yeah, I will put it in the chat as well. But basically, what the guy talks about is so Matt Damon in the movie is playing one of the guys, and he wants to go make it in the World Series of Poker. And basically, the other guy says, he's not playing for victory or fame. He's playing to make money, to provide for his family. And I think that's what we're all trying to do here as day traders. And that's why it's good to have a community that you guys can be around. Okay, so that's just my 2 cents on that. It's a great movie. I think you guys should definitely go and watch it. Yeah, Kareem says classic poker movie. Yeah, I really liked what he had to say over there. But you're not trading for fame or victory. You play for money. You trade for money. That's all it is. So every single day brings new challenges in trading. So for me today, I know that markets are waiting for NVIDIA earnings. I'm going to be keeping it small. One of the guys I love to follow online is Anthony Crudeli. I'll bring that up as well on stream. But he has a saying that goes big, small, or not at all. Right? And for me today, this is a small day. Right? I don't care about missed opportunities, care about making money. That's it. So what he speaks about, and let me bring his name up on screen as well. Okay, is big, small, and not at all. So for me today, it's going to be a small trading day, small in size. That's what I'm referring to, right? There's Anthony Crudeli. You can go follow him on Twitter. And we've had him a few times on the podcast too. So you can go check that out. The link is in my bio if you're watching on social media. And then also on my Discord bio as well. So someone's asking in the chat, do I still trade the DAX? Now, that's a good point. I do still look at the DAX. The only thing is, obviously, you guys who have been following me, for those that haven't, I did become a dad. My wife and I had a baby boy in February of this year. And just recently, I've been on dad duties in the morning. So it's been a little bit difficult for me to keep a clear mind. London session open is at 10 a.m. South African time. At the moment, it is 3:15 South African time. But yeah, it's been a little bit more tricky to be on focus, London session, New York session, and into the close. So I'm only trading New York session right now. That's where I'm at the moment. I still will look at the DAX, but for me right now, it's just New York session at the moment. So if a DAX presents in the New York session, I'll look to take it. Again, I don't care what I'm trading. If YM presents, I'll look to take it. You guys have seen me on stream with Andre as well. So that's where I'm at over there. By the way, just a heads up on those streams, Mondays and Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern time, we are live. Actual, not pre-market trading, live trading Mondays and Fridays on stream there with Andre. So make sure to tune into those. I'll be live with Andre on Friday. Okay, any questions right now in the chat? Are you enjoying this longer pre-market prep? We're going to do it about 20, 25 minutes going forward. So that's where we're at right now with that. But let me know, anyone in the chat, appreciate these longer pre-market preps. I dive into my trades from the previous day or even throughout the week and into and then my plan for the current trading day. Market prep is great. Please keep it up. Yep. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll be here. I prefer shorter form, but may like longer format. Yeah, I know some guys do like the shorter form for sure. So, but yeah, I've been asked to keep it a little bit. Go a little bit longer to get guys in here, get guys chatting. So, yeah. In terms of news this week, because of the government lockdowns or shutdowns, we do have NFP tomorrow. It normally is the first Friday of every single month, so please keep that in mind. Now, I do want to chat about this article as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. So before we head into the article, I do want to just point out we are up 1.59% on the NVDA pre-market. Tesla's trading higher. Basically, all of the Mag 7 are trading higher at the minute. So that will be interesting. Tony says, I like the longer format, hearing your thoughts and what you did great. And sometimes, Tony, what I will do shit. I share the wins and the losses. Nothing's going to be perfect all the time. I'm not here saying that I have 100% win rate. So no one does. So yeah, I always like sharing the good and the bad because it's the reality of trading. I've been trading full time now for 5 years, and there's been some great periods and there's been some really shit periods, and you have to learn how to get through them. So yeah, I agree. We'll continue with the longer format. Now, video earnings is aftermarket, so it's going to be interesting to see how the market positions itself. Yeah, I do agree with that. But yeah, just a heads up, we are trading higher on almost all of the Mag 7 indexes except Microsoft and Apple at the moment. Can go over some levels on the video. I do like, as you've seen from my trades yesterday, I do like to trade some individual stock names too on top of the futures markets. So yeah, if we can definitely on the video, if we can clear, we did see that sell off later on into the session yesterday, which I was watching, but I was already up quite nicely on the day. It was late South African time, 10 p.m. The market closes only at 11 p.m. South African time. So I did see the video start to move down, and that obviously did bring NQ lower as well, which we are currently trading at that same level we were falling off of we actually dipped quite a bit. So from 40 minutes before close into the closure, we dropped 160 points on NQ. So volatility is definitely back. If you are trading futures contracts, make sure to size down, keep yourself afloat. But yeah, NVIDIA, if we can get back above on NVIDIA just intraday right now, obviously earnings will be a big release. But if we can get above this 185 level, I definitely think we could see higher. We at a good point here. I do like when we are heading into earnings on these big names where we are trading off all-time highs. So at the moment, we are setting 14% of all-time high on NVIDIA. I think it could be, I do prefer it when it is like that heading to earnings. And then just from the downside, if we do take 179, I think we could see lower. So those are the two levels on the video. Tesla's been pretty volatile this week as well. We can see, the big price fluctuations. I remember on stream on Monday, Tesla just absolutely soared all the way from 398, and I think the high point was at 423. So that's a 6% move on Tesla. So Tesla been roaring as well. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Let's just head into this article that I did want to bring up too over here. So hedge funds have more than half of their stock wealth in just these 16 names. We can have a look at them. Google, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, a lot of the Mag 7, NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla. Then they do the other stock names, which are interesting, the ones that I do like to trade intraday. AMD. This is interesting. Texas Instruments. Intel. Intel's an interesting one, as well as PayPal. And then Meta. Meta, the biggest one on these hedge fund lists is actually Microsoft, which is actually pretty interesting. But yeah, so for now, as we head into, we'll keep it about 20 minutes as pre-market prep. As we head into the open, as I said, my game plan right now is to be small, pick my spots, and just see what the market gives me. Wait for the opening range to set, and then we take it from there. Anyone got any other thoughts in the chat, in the Discord, online here? Anyone got any other thoughts that they would like? Any trades that you guys would like me to cover as well? Any thoughts? Any thoughts here, pre-market? Any trades that you guys want me to go over? Maybe chat about, see how I could have seen it, or played it. But yeah, those are my trades from yesterday, and yeah, I'm having a pretty good month so far. So if we bring up my month over here, across personal prop, I'm having a pretty solid month. But if you don't have the negative 9K days, you can't have the positive days either. So yeah, excuse the number of trades, people. That's why I never show them, because guys are like, oh, you're taking 36 trades. No, dude, I've got like 5 or 6 or 7 accounts sometimes. Yeah, our trade basically QQQ is edgeful report good for QQQ for sure. So let's go to the opening candle continuation. We can bring up QQQ. Where is it there? Let's go like this. It's basically the NASDAQ, right? You're trading it as a options play, I'm assuming. So QQQ over there. So look at the opening candle continuation report on this. This is pretty interesting. First hour prints green, 78% chance we close as a bullish closing day, vice versa for the shorts. Now this is on the hourly time frame. We can customize this and even go like 30 minutes. Wonder how that would print in the first 30 minutes. Let's save that and see what it does there. Yeah, 71. Normally it will drop because the longer time frame, the more weight it will give. What's your position size when you're small? Mine is 0.5%. That's a good question. My small size is 0.5% or less. My big size is 1 to 3%. I will look to swing hard if I do have a really solid play. Sometimes even more. If I am particularly on personal account where there's no drawdown limits compared to the prop firm accounts, right? So I think also we can also cover this topic, but prop firm accounts, you have to play a game, right? You got the drawdown limits and so forth, whereas personal cash accounts, you got a lot more freedom and flexibility, right? So yeah. Okay, cool. So we can leave it here, guys. That's my plan. I hope that this pre-market prep has helped you guys. For what I'm looking at, if you missed it and you joined late, go replay it. I did walk through my trades from yesterday, as well as my plan and game plan for today. Have a solid end to the week, everyone. And it's Wednesday, so we got 3 more trading days essentially. But my thought process today is just keep it small, heading into NVDA earnings, and then we'll see you in the chat and the Discord live stream rest of the day, as well as I am live on my streaming platform heading into, I'm always Tuesday through Thursday, I'm live there. And then Mondays and Fridays, again, 9 a.m. with Andre. But the link is in my bio. You can go check it out. There's my live trading room. You can go check it out there. And then, of course, edgeful over there in the link too. Perfect, guys. Have a good rest of the day. We'll stay in touch. We'll see you guys then. Cheers.